Okay, so when you first turn on the equipment, this is the screen that you're going to log into. What we're going to do first, before we get into the screen, I want to go over the setting up and calibrating the arm. So first thing we're going to do is click on Settings. And we're going to make sure that the arm is straight out. This is the zero position of the arm. And you only need to do this once when you power cycle the equipment. Go ahead and press Calibrate. Lets us know that the calibration's been complete. And now we're going to go into creating our first job. So we're going to come over here and go to Program Setup. And we already have a sample job in here, but let's go ahead and create a new one. And we're going to give it a name, Demo. Now this name can be anything. It could be a part number or a model number of the product that you're building. And then we have this tolerance. This tells us what is in position. So we're going to say plus or minus 10 millimeters is good for our application. You might find that that's too sensitive or not sensitive enough. You can change that to fit your product. Save changes. And I'm going to quickly just go ahead and save this job, so now we have that job saved in there. And I'm going to take my tool to our first position. And we're going to record our step. And you can see it drops a blue dot on screen. I'm going to take it to 3 other positions. Move the arm, record step. And record that step. And record our last step. I'm going to say finish and save. That's going to save that job. And now we're ready to run it. So just to verify that we have the correct job selected, I'm going to go to our settings page and click Demo. That's the one we created. If you wanted to play around with the sensitivity of your position, you can adjust this number. 10 is what we set in there. And we're going to set this job to be active. Go ahead and say yes. Go back to our tool dashboard. And now we're ready to run. But before we run, I want to briefly go over the control page here. Over on the right-hand side is system-specific controls that we've developed for the Power Focus controller. You can see the first item in there that we have is the status. That tells us that we're connected to the controller. If for some reason the controller lost communication, a power cycle, whatever it might be, you would get a not connected signal up there. And in order to reconnect, you can press that reconnect button down below there, and that'll reconnect you. The next item down is the fastening results. So that'll give you your okay or not okay of your fastener. If for whatever reason you need to enable the tool or disable the tool, you can do that by clicking either one of these buttons, selecting the piece set which you would wish to run on your application. For us, we're going to stick with 2. And your traceability identifier. This is what works with ToolsNet that will log all of your fastening data associated with that particular identifier. Now that identifier you can manually enter in here by punching in a value, or you can scan with an optional scanner, scan a code, and that'll get sent over to the Atlas Copco controller. And a little bit lower, you'll see the fastening results. This is a visualization of the last rundown on the tool. So you'll go ahead and see the torque value that the tool spit out, along with the angle. Over on the right-hand side of the page, we have the process status. So this alerts you that you're on fastener 1 of 4. We currently have the demo job selected, which we created. We are 0% complete. This will increment up to 100% as we move through our fasteners. This alerts us whether the tool is in position or not in position. You can see that we are not in position. We are the red dot on screen, and we need to go to that blue dot over there. And then the step status indicator lets us know that we're waiting for a fastening complete from the Atlas tool. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is take it over to our first fastener. And right away on screen you'll notice that the in position turned green. Okay, so we fastened our first screw. You can see the dot now incremented to the next position. So that's guiding the operator to the next screw. Okay, so we got a good result on that one. And if I try to double hit it or fasten a screw that's not in the right position that I'm supposed to go to, the tool is disabled. Okay, so now I just want to quickly show off if we have a bad rundown. So I'm going to change it to P-set 1, which usually gives me a high torque. And I want to show that we're going to stop at a current position. Well, that one was okay. So we'll go ahead and end the video there, and we'll try setting it up for the next one.